Hey everybody, this is iLad, and today I am trying something a little new, a little different. Never vlogged before, but what can it hurt, right? I'm gonna try doing this a little bit. I don't know how many of them I'm gonna do, but kind of had a lot going on lately, and felt like I wanted to talk about some of it, get some of it off my chest a little bit. For starters, a while back, 2 months ago, a little more than 2 months ago, I bought a new graphics card, one of those fancy new NVIDIA RTX cards, specifically as a 2060 Super. I was really looking forward to doing some ray tracing, and they're running a promotion where you could buy the card and get a copy of Control and Wolfenstein Youngblood for free. So I kind of splurged a little bit. It's about a $400 card. I think it cost me like $410, $420, something like that. Got it installed, and immediately it starts doing this ear-splitting whine sound. Yeah. Not too happy with that. So I went through the whole RMA process. I didn't want to do a straight return because the whole package game bundle situation. I didn't want to lose out on my chance to get those games without having to pay for them. It's $120 worth of software. You can't hardly blame me. So I sent it off to RMA. It was gone for like 6 weeks. Came back, reinstalled it. Somehow, during the reinstall, I managed to blow out my sound card, which meant that I then had to go and drop $40 on a cheap sound card. Started running Control. Screeching sound. Yeah. To say that I'm disappointed would be something of an understatement. So yesterday I got in the car and I drove to the nearest the FedEx drop-off point, and I dropped it off, and I'm like, take it back. I don't want it. Get rid of it. I want a replacement for it, obviously. But MSI says that they are going to replace it this time rather than trying to repair it because they botched the first attempt. So, man, it would be nice to actually play something with some serious graphics and record stuff with serious graphics too. What I've actually got in my computer right now is the same GTX 1050 I've been doing a lot of stuff on. But if you notice, I don't typically record anything that's got really nice 3D graphics to it. The reason for that is simply that this video card, as nice as it is, can't really handle encoding video and running high-end graphics. So the 1050 I'm looking forward to being more or less done with, if I ever get a working RTX. But yeah, the whole thing's been intensely frustrating. The original RMA request, I actually had to pay shipping and shipping insurance myself, and on top of the video card that I blew out, which is my fault, I guess, but that basically means I'm out $80 of money that could have been spent on more interesting things. So that's been yeah. Alright, on a more cheerful note, I've been playing some pretty awesome games lately. For a while I was getting into Mars Warlogs. This was during the original RMA while I was waiting on my nice graphics card to come back. Mars Warlogs is pretty cool. Like it's a little bit older, but it's obviously set on Mars. Never saw that one coming, did you? But you basically start out in this, you're a prisoner of war, and you're trying to figure out how to get yourself freed from the camp, and this is a long, complicated process of planning and scheming and manipulating and conniving, all the good stuff. It's an action RPG, so there's a fair amount of fighting in there too. And finally, I made it all the way through that first chapter, and now I'm on the run, and I made it just to the beginning of the second area, and I don't know what it was. I lost interest. Maybe I'll get back into it, maybe I won't. And then I was given a copy, thanks JW608, of a game called Planet Alpha. And oh my gosh. It's a platformer, side-scroller. I love side-scrolling platformers anyway. Actually, in the last year or so, I've realized I probably love them a heck of a lot more than I thought I did. I can't seem to tear myself away from them for very long. But man, the graphics on that thing, like as far as being like super detailed, high resolution texture, stuff like that, it's not there. But when you actually look at what's on the screen as you're running past, and the amazingly laid out and beautiful, gorgeous backgrounds, and the action that's happening in the background, like, I don't know what to say about it. It blows my mind. Like, man, Planet Alpha, guys, seriously, if you like side-scrolling platformers at all, you need to look that up. It is an amazing game. Gameplay, admittedly, is a little bit generic for a platformer, but it's a spectacle. Like, I almost decided to play it through again, and I was like, nope, no, I gotta be done. I've got to put this game away. So I uninstalled it, but it was a near thing. Like, I was just about to do a second playthrough right after I finished the first one. So yeah, check that out. And then Pinball has been capturing my attention for a couple of months now. I follow Indie Gamer Chick on Twitter. She's a game critic. She does a lot of reviews of lots of different types of games. And she's also a pinhead, pinball fanatic. And she started playing and reviewing Pinball FX3, which is on Switch. I don't know, it may be called Zen Pinball on Switch, I'm not actually sure. Same game, same company. And that really got me kind of interested to try it out. So I loaded up Pinball FX3, which is a free game. Comes with a couple free tables. I had some tables from a Humble Bundle years ago that I'd never really spent any time with. And I really took the time to learn what I was doing and get a feel for it. And man, that's some addictive stuff right there. Yeah, I put a lot of hours in pinball in a fairly short amount of time. So, and I still go back to it anytime I have just like, half an hour to play something. That's pretty awesome. I think my favorite table that I've actually played has been, it's from The Last Jedi, which is not my favorite movie. I'm not a hater. It's got issues, but it's all right. But the Acto Island table, it's based on the island where Rey gets her training from Luke. That is a gorgeous table, and playing it actually feels very, very meditative. I mean, it feels like I'm kind of doing the whole meditate on the Force thing. As silly as that sounds, like something about the combination of music and the way the table's designed, it's a surreal experience when you really get into the zone on that table. So I would highly recommend that one for sure. Some games that have actually made their way onto my YouTube channel lately. Medieval Shopkeeper Simulator. Surprisingly fun game. The graphics are really low poly, but they're done really, really well so that everything looks really cool. And then the actual NPCs are two-dimensional pixel art sprites that just kind of like bounce around a little bit instead of actually being animated. It's really, really weird if you're just looking at a screenshot, but when you're actually playing, it feels pretty good. It's a very unique approach to lo-fi graphics, and I'm really proud of the developers, whoever their graphics people are. They managed to take such an odd art style and do something so creative with it. It's really neat. Gameplay is like a very chill, very laid-back tycoon sort of game. Took me a few minutes to really get hooked into it, but after I figured out what I was doing, there was a nice sense of progression through that. So yeah, it's worth checking out. Encased. Encased is a genre that I normally just click away from, don't even seriously consider playing. It's an isometric turn-based RPG. Not a big fan of turn-based. Isometric is fine. It's not what I gravitate toward. I do like some old games in the style, like the old Diablo games 1 and 2. But I've been following Encased for a while before I realized that it was isometric turn-based. And the world building that those people are doing boggles the mind. It is they have created such a detailed world. It's very, very immersive, very easy to sink into, despite the viewpoint and the turn-based combat style. It still boggles my mind how much fun I had playing with it. I'm gonna actually have to give. This is how much I enjoyed playing it. It has inspired me to take a genre that before I was just clicking past, ignoring, didn't care, and now I actually want to go and try out some of the other games in the isometric turn-based category, because if this game is that good, then obviously I've been wrongfully judging a lot of other games too, probably, or maybe it's just that good. I don't know. And then Infinite Sparkles, I just released a video on that. It's an arcade type game. You're flying around in space. You're on a set screen. You're blowing up little sparkling light things. You got 3 weapons to choose from. You got bullets. You've got like this red laser blast thing, and then you've got big old fireballs. I like me some big old fireballs. They're very satisfying. The developer did a good job with it. I feel like the developer's next couple of games are going to be better and better, and I'm really going to keep an eye on their career, because I think I'm looking forward to some good stuff from them. This game, it lacks polish, but it's very solid. It's very fun. I plan on actually finishing the game, which I don't often do. A lot of games that show up in my indie speed dating series, I play for 30 minutes, an hour maybe, and then I uninstall and I move on. Not because they were bad games, but because there's so many other games waiting for me. This game, I'm finished with the video, it's uploaded, it's public, and I'm still going to go back and play. So that should be a recommendation for you. It's pretty good. Older videos on my channel. I released a video a while back about how to take a second keyboard and turn it into a macro keyboard, where, like, on mine, for example, if I click the number pad 0 key, it plays like, it's the same as pressing like Control Alt Shift 0 or something like that on my regular keyboard. So one touch key press does this whole hotkey combo thing. Very useful for OBS recording. Useful in a lot of other situations as well. And I did actually improve the software that I used to set all this up, and then I released a video and a download, and it's been getting a lot of attention in the last few weeks. Like, a surprising amount of people have been asking me, like, okay, so I'm having trouble here, this isn't working the way I thought it would, what am I doing wrong? It's racking up views faster than any other video on this channel right now. The number of questions I'm getting make me think I probably need to redo it, because apparently I didn't explain some stuff as well as I should have, but you know, nobody's perfect, not even me. In any case, guys, I again, like, it really means the world to me and Henry that y'all enjoy watching, or at least you force yourself to watch, or whatever happens to make you get this far in the video. Thank you very much for it. Hope to see you around, if not for future vlogs, because I'm sure you're falling asleep by now. At least, you know, come around for my indie speed dating series and whatever else I throw up on my channel that's actually moderately enjoyable. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.